What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jordan Stupar Show. I am your host, Jordan Stupar, and you've made it to another episode here. So, one, I appreciate you being here. This is a great show that I'm putting some good effort into making. I'm trying to do it as frequent and consistent as I possibly can, so I can continue getting my messages of entrepreneurship, business, sales, happiness, whatever. I want to get the stories out there because I get a lot of questions from a lot of people based on sales, based on marketing, based on entrepreneurship, based on my sleep schedule. And today I want to talk to you about sleep. First off, I want to let you know I am not a sleep expert. I didn't go to school for this. I'm not a medical doctor. I know pretty much next to nothing about sleep, but I do know my own sleep. So I'm not here to really give you any tips. What I am here to do is answer the same damn questions that I get pretty much every single day on my Instagram. Pretty much every single day on my Instagram, I wake up, and one of the first things that I usually do or choose to do is I post the little timestamp, on my Instagram story of when I woke up. Sometimes it's 3 o'clock, sometimes it's 3:01, sometimes it's 3:23, whatever. Most days I do that, and it's more of an accountability type of thing for me. I'm not really trying to flex that I wake up at whatever time. But it has inspired a lot of people to do the same, or at least attempt to, and it has also obviously inspired many people to reach out, DM me and say, dude, why do you wake up at 3 a.m.? How do you wake up at 3 a.m.? How many hours of sleep do you get? So on and so forth. So instead of actually taking more time out of my day, and the more my brand grows, continuing to spend more time on these same damn questions, I figured I'd do a podcast, film it, and I can drop this content out on the web or whatever so that when people ask, they have a place to go to get all of the answers. So I want to talk to you guys about the 3 a.m. Club. The 3 a.m. Club is genius. It has no doubt been a significant reason why I've been able to build a 7-figure coaching business in less than a year. I'm talking about crossing the $1 million mark in less than 11 months was something that I was able to do, something I'm pretty proud of, something I haven't even really celebrated at all. It's been a big milestone, big goal for me. And one of the reasons why I am here in this chair at a $1 million business in less than a year from scratch is because I wake up hella early. One of the things that I love most about the 3 a.m. Club is the fact that I get so much more done than most people get done in an entire day by 8 o'clock in the morning. That's 5 hours of work I'm getting done before most people are getting dressed or getting to work or even awake for that matter. So I'm getting way ahead of most people, and that's just because I'm up at 3 o'clock. Now here's the thing. Sure, Jordan, you work more than us. Okay, but here's the other thing, is I'm getting higher quality work done than most people. Because guess what? At 3 a.m., you want to know how many text messages I get? 0. You want to know how many emails I get that I actually have to respond to or am interested in looking at? 0. You want to know how many of my employees are calling or texting or knocking on my door saying, hey, got a minute? 0. You want to know how many, conversations I have to have with people at 3 a.m.? 0. It's a time of total focus. It's a time of literally no notifications on my phone, nothing to do with other people. So when I wake up at 3 a.m. or 3:20 or whenever my body decides to wake me up on my circadian rhythm, dude, I already have a pre-plan of what I need to accomplish that day from the prior day. And whatever I didn't get done, I get to go and do, or if I just want to stay on track, I get it done. So I have a plan every single day for the things that I know I need to get done. And oftentimes that is the motivational factor of waking up and getting things done. But also there's some discipline built in now to the point where, maybe I do want to roll around and sleep for another 45 minutes, but I should get up and get to work. That helps me get some discipline and make sure that I'm being productive. So one of the other questions that I get pretty frequently is, how did I get into the 3 a.m. Club? Was this intentional? How long have you been doing this? Is this, are you a super freak? And it's like, no, I'm not. My whole life, I've been a 5-6 hour sleeper. Obviously some days you need to rest or recuperate a little bit more, but for the most part, pretty much my whole life, I've been really comfortable with 5, maybe 6 hours of sleep, somewhere in that slot. And that's still true today. And so really, I've always kind of woken up between like 5 and 6. Some days 7 if I'm not feeling inspired or motivated, whatever. I would be like a 7 o'clock guy. But now, as a 3 a.m.er, people ask, how did you switch that? How did you get into the 3 a.m. club? And the answer is actually pretty simple. It was all a fluke. I didn't really ever mean to just be like, yo man, I'm gonna be a 3 a.m. hustler. It just happened by accident one day when I woke up at like 2:57 one morning, and sometimes you wake up in the middle of your sleep or whatever, and you just, inspired or worried about something, and you just can't get back to sleep. And that happened to me one day where I was just kind of inspired about it, an idea or something that maybe I had a dream about. I don't really know, but it was 2:57, and I just was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to, start the day. So I started the day. I got my ass out of bed, poured myself a cup of coffee at like 3 o'clock, and I just kind of posted on Insta on my stories like 3 a.m. making coffee, because it was new to me. I was like, dude, I'm a hustler. Nobody's up right now. I'm the only guy on Instagram posting I'm having some coffee and getting some work done. And like that was kind of day one. And then from there, I got some work done in the morning, and then I realized by 8 o'clock, dude, I was 5 hours in my day. And I had already knocked out a ton of work. Why? Because I had no distractions. So I felt really, really good by 8 o'clock. And by the way, by 8 o'clock, I have my sales acceleration call every single morning. And so I'm really dialed in. I've already knocked out pretty much all the things that I need to do, which means that I can spend the rest of my day actually, building more stuff with my team, or answering questions, or doing coaching calls, helping clients, so on and so forth. And so all the stuff that only I can do in my business right now, I get it done in that 5 hour period of 3 o'clock and 8 o'clock. So it's no doubt contributed a lot to the productivity that you guys often ask about. So there's that. Now the other thing is, Jordan, how much do you actually sleep? I go to bed at like midnight, 1 o'clock, whatever. Okay, so there's two different conversations that you need to have there. One is, how many hours of sleep am I getting? And two, what type of quality sleep am I getting? Because you're gonna need that if you're running 5-6 hours, and you're gonna do this very consistently. So question number one is, how much sleep do I get? Same thing, 5-6 hours, which means if I'm waking up at 3, I'm usually in bed by about 8:30, 8:45, 9 o'clock. Sometimes I'll be, a night owl, and I'll stay up to 9:30 or something like that. But generally, Jordan Stupar is blacked out sleeping by about 9 o'clock. That's typically how it goes. I get my 6 hours. I pop up out of bed at 3 o'clock, start my day. So that's that question. Now, the other side of this conversation is, how do you get quality sleep? Now, again, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a sleep expert, but I will say this, is that a lot of you guys are getting some shitty sleep. You guys are literally like have the TV on loud. You got all that blue light hitting you. And look, I've been there, okay? I've had a TV in my room, and I'm watching shows or whatever, or a movie, and it's like you got noise, you got all these lights, and literally just like you get horrible sleep when you do that. And you know that you get horrible sleep, so fix it. Here's how I fixed it. I invested into a really nice mattress, okay? It costs a lot of money, but guess what? It's a really comfortable bed. Then I have really nice pillows. Then I have really nice sheets and a really nice comforter that help cool me down. They make sure that I'm nice and cozy, but I'm cool. And they're called performance sheets or something like that. I forget who make them, but either way, they're expensive and nice. Then from there, I don't sleep alone, y'all, okay? I got a smoking hot wife. I got 2 little baby Pomeranian dogs that lay in bed. So like, I'm not sleeping all alone, which means that my wife loves watching TV when she goes to sleep. I know I just said that that's bad for you, and it is, Marion. But I do want to note that obviously I have to keep her happy. Happy wife, happy life. So I invested in some really nice, and again, expensive, headwear where you can have your eyes covered. Sometimes I even put in my little ear pods because, the TV will be too loud or whatever. And so I black myself out, man. Like, I'm not here to struggle sleeping. When I'm ready to go to bed at, 9 o'clock or whatever, dude, I'm getting high quality sleep because 1, I can't hear nothing. And 2, the room is completely blacked out. And so if the TV is on, I get myself blacked out with my eye covers or whatever. And I get myself some really quality sleep. And here's the other thing that a lot of you guys don't know how to wrap your heads around is at 3 a.m., when you're waking up at 3 a.m., you have a really long day, a very long day. And by 9 o'clock, y'all, it's easy to go to sleep. It's like you're tired, you're worn out, you're done for the day. And so a lot of you guys that are struggling figuring out, well, dude, how do you go to bed so early? It's like, it's pretty easy when you wake up at 3 o'clock because you've had a full day. So that's the other side of all this. And so, those are really my answers to the 3 a.m. questions that I get. Now, I will say this, because there is some inspiration and motivation to the 3 a.m. club, is start waking up earlier. Okay? Take real control of your day and pre-plan what you're going to do when you wake up. A lot of us just putter around. I know that I've done it. You make coffee and, literally, if you're not disciplined, you just go onto Insta and just do the scroll and literally get lost in content. And before you know it, you've literally wasted an hour of your life that you could have very well been better off done sleeping. So have a plan. What are you going to do when you wake up? What's after making that cup of coffee? You got to be able to have that plan so that you can be productive. And I will say this, I'm getting way further ahead than most people, straight up. Not because I'm higher skilled, smarter, more talented, better, whatever. I might be, who knows? But the point is if I'm getting an extra 5 hours of work done every single day of the year, that's 5 times 365. That's an extra 1,825 hours per year that I get stuff done while you are planked out in your bed dreaming about whatever it is that I'm actually doing. So the point is if you want to command more control throughout your day, if you want to make more money, if you want to build something, don't do it at night. Let's be honest here. What the hell is good after 9 o'clock at night? You tell me. There's really nothing amazing going on at 10:30 at night. Really, do you need to watch another rerun of The Simpsons? Do you need to watch more Family Guy? Do you need to really be, scrolling through Tinder at 11 o'clock at night? What on earth is good about 11 o'clock at night? Pretty much nothing. But there's a lot of good things that can happen at 3:45 a.m. when you're waking up and you have a productivity list and you got a game plan for your day. And that's why I'm getting ahead of y'all. I'll be straight up about it. You're never going to outwork me. You're never going to put in more hours than I do, because I just found an extra 1,800 hours in my year that most people don't have. Again, I get more stuff accomplished by 8 o'clock in the morning than most people do throughout an entire day. And then I'm just starting my day technically at 8 o'clock. So the 3 a.m. club, look, it's for hustlers only. Okay, you got to have a plan, you got to have a purpose, you got to have commitment, you got to have discipline, and you got to have the drive and desire to do something with your time. And that is why I am getting ahead. And so if you want to get ahead in your life, you want to make more money, you want to create maybe a side business or whatever, don't do it at 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock and stay into the wee hours and call yourself a hustler, because your brain's going to be fatigued. You're not going to make good decisions. You're probably going to be distracted by a bunch of other stuff because most people are up at that time. So I would challenge you, switch up your circadian rhythm, punish yourself for a couple of weeks and go from 6 a.m. to 5:30. Then next week, go 5:30 to 5. Then the next week, go from 5 to 4:30, so on and so forth, and join me in that 3 a.m. club. And I promise, when you join me in the 3 a.m. club, dude, you'll have somebody to hang out with. I might end up actually getting some distractions because you'll be up on Instagram messaging me about, hey man, I'm up at 3:13, bro, let's get it. And of course, I'm welcome to those distractions because I want to spend my time with other hustlers and people that are getting things done. So this is my challenge to you as we actually go into a new year here, 2022. Think about waking up earlier. Think about joining me in that 3 a.m. club. It's a good place to be, and I'm telling you, man, it's slowly and surely putting a lot of money in my pocket and helping me build an unbelievable company with a lot of growth. So if you're interested in doing that, then do that. And for the rest of you that aren't going to do that, stop asking me about the 3 a.m. club, and definitely don't ask me why I've been able to capitalize, maximize, and achieve my goals, okay? It's through a lot of work and using my time wisely. Just things that you guys can do too. And so, if you want to be more successful, hit me up at 3 a.m. Let's do the 3 a.m. club. Let's make it a thing. And at the very least, think about it. just consider it. And that's all that I got for you guys. If you enjoyed this episode, if you enjoy this show, if you enjoy the sound of my voice coming to you from your headphones, your speakers, whatever, dude, share this with somebody, okay? Leave me a like, leave me a comment. I always say share a little love because honestly, I don't have to sit here and do this and talk about the 3 a.m. club, but I do want to give you some insight, some encouragement, and maybe even a little jab of inspiration. So again, if you enjoyed this, show me a little bit of love. Give me a share, give me a comment, give me a like, and share the love. So with that, I'm out of here, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for joining me.